The possibility of Marc Guiu joining Chelsea is quickly becoming known, despite initially only being a suggestion over the weekend. Fabrizio Romano has quite recently tweeted out additional insights concerning the striker's likely move to Chelsea, saying the Blues need to make it happen soon. The fact that he confirms that Guiu will sign a contract with Chelsea rather than Strasbourg is interesting in his update today. His not being gotten as a Blueco ability to join the umbrella, yet as a legitimate first group striker to contribute immediately. Guiu's contract has a €6 million release clause, making him simple to sign. Once we are certain he is the man we want, there shouldn't be many delays. He could very well be presented as a Chelsea player this week, allowing him to complete his move and settle in before the start of pre-season under new coach Enzo Maresca. Our assumptions about Chelsea's summer plans are supported by the fact that they are selecting an 18-year-old player with no prior experience. The plan was always to find a young, cheap replacement for Nicolas Jackson, who has clearly demonstrated that he has the trust of the co-sporting directors to be our top striker next season. They were never going to be in for Victor Osimhen or any of these big-name elite strikers. That's a tactic that will worry some fans, but there's no denying that Jackson played well, has great potential, and just needs a little polish to convince everyone. We can't help thinking about what players like David Washington, a comparative age and purchased for considerably more cash the previous summer, think, be that as it may. The overabundance of players in their late youngsters and mid-20s is terrible information for some of them. Guiu has told his teammates that he wants to leave Barcelona because the new manager, Hansi Flick, hasn't seen him up close. Because of this, Barcelona can't give him guarantees. MD say that RB Leipzig are likewise chasing after Guiu, yet are behind Chelsea in the running. Guiu will currently have a last gathering with his family to take a choice on his future. Maybe the one uncertainty is leaving the club he longed for prevailing at. In his brief appearances with the first team, Guiu has impressed, and the Blaugrana will be reluctant to part with one of La Masia's few strikers. Lille's Jonathan David has been linked with a move away from France for a long time, but this summer could be different as Fabrizio Romano has given a 90% chance that the Chelsea target will find a new club ahead of the 2024-25 campaign. David has been one of League One's top strikers since moving to Lille in 2020 from Gent and has gone on to make 183 appearances for Les Dugs, scoring 84 goals alongside 18 assists. The 2023-24 campaign was another productive one for the 24-year-old as the Canada international produced 26 goals and 9 assists. This has attracted interest from a lot of clubs, and it was reported by The Athletic over the weekend that Chelsea have held talks with the representatives of the Lille striker. The Blues are in the market for a new frontman this summer, and according to Fabrizio Romano, the West London outfit are assessing all their options as there is nothing concrete with David yet. Answering questions on court offsides the Daily Briefing, Romano provided an update on Chelsea's interest in David, with a transfer expert believing that the Blues are calculating their next move when it comes to bringing in a new striker this summer. It's not something that at the moment I'm told is imminent or close. So I think they're just speaking to many clubs and many agents to understand the situation of several strikers on the market. But at the moment, I'm not hearing anything imminent. I still expect Jonathan David to leave Lille in the summer transfer window, the transfer journalist said. He has 1 year left on his contract and Lille want to make a profit. The player wants to try a different experience, so there is a good opportunity. I think a 90% chance to see Jonathan David leaving Lille. But at the moment, I'm not aware of anything advanced club to club between Chelsea and Lille. Rival fans have hit out at Chelsea accusing the Blues of a player laundering as the club looks to meet Premier League financial rules ahead of a fast-approaching deadline. Chelsea are closing on completing 2 deals with Aston Villa, with attacking midfielder Omari Kellerman expected to join the club in a £19 million transfer. Kellerman, 18, is due to have a medical on Monday ahead of signing a 6-year deal. Ian Maatsen is expected to go in the opposite direction, with the Chelsea left-back set to undergo a medical ahead of a £37.5 million move to Aston Villa. Aston Villa and Chelsea are among the clubs under pressure to meet the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, which the deadline for clubs to file their accounts falling on Sunday. Premier League clubs are allowed to lose £105 million over a 3-year rolling time frame, with the end of each accounting year coming on June 30th. Maatsen and Kellerman would both represent pure profit on the accounts of selling clubs, easing concerns around meeting the financial rules. The buying clubs can spread the cost of the transfer over the length of the players' contracts, known as amortization. The transfer deals between the clubs are not against the rules, but rival fans have questioned the moves and the fees involved in the deals. Fans have highlighted that Chelsea are set to spend £19 million on Kellerman, just 2 years after he joined Aston Villa from Derby for £600,000. The England youth international has made just 6 first-team appearances for Aston Villa, totaling 150 minutes of senior action for the club. One rival fan accused the clubs of inflating their balance sheets with the deals, branding the transfers as player laundering. So Villa sign Maatsen for £35 million, this transfer £20 million plus player laundering to get round PSR so they can book the revenue. In plain sight, the fan wrote, "Hi Villa, Chelsea here, we will buy a young player from you for £25 million and you buy one from us for £25 million, we can both book the profit in June to help us both with our breaches, it's a wash and highly profitable. I mean inflating your balance sheet to pass rules, it's like the clubs involved have messed up their finances, which they have. In the land of the blind the one-eyed man is king." Another also highlighted further transfer deals between clubs with PSR challenges ahead of the deadline. Chelsea are now reportedly out of the race to sign a striker who banged in 30 goals for his club this season, a striker who would have quite simply been a perfect option for Chelsea. In fact, the deal that Chelsea should be doing here but are now apparently out of the race in, would have been an absolutely no-brainer and probably makes too much sense for Chelsea. Or maybe said player is just far too old and experienced for Chelsea, seeing as all they are looking to do right now is sign teenage kids. I am of course speaking about Stuttgart striker Serhou Guirassy, who got 30 goals in all competitions last season in Bundesliga, which is incredible. But what is more impressive than that is his next club, which looks like it could be Dortmund now, will only have to pay around £15 million to sign the prolific goalscorer. Chelsea fans' dreams of bringing in such an experienced goalscorer is over, according to one source today anyway. Florian Plettenberg of Sky Germany has the report, and he says Serhou Guirassy has decided to leave his club this summer. Dortmund, AC Milan and Arsenal are in the race to sign him, but Chelsea are out. Obviously this could be for a number of reasons, none of us know the ins and outs here, and it might be that his wages would be too much, maybe it's because he has had some big injuries in his career, it might simply be because he is too old, or maybe there is something with his attitude that Chelsea have found out about. I'm completely speculating about all of this of course, and we have no idea why. It just seems like an incredible opportunity to sign a great all-round striker, and Chelsea should be all over it.